Greetings everyone, this is First and 2753 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4, North Korea, free and democratic North Korea. Let's see here. In the last episode, we created free elections. So we are now actually a democratic country. Congressional elections are in November 6th, 2016 this year. I think that does mean that I am going to be up for election 2. I think I'm elected by the Congress or the Parliament. I believe that's what the system is, so I'm wondering if I'm going to have to campaign. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure on that one. I believe I did mention in that episode that I could be voted out of office. The length of my the head of state's term is now at 4 years. However, the term of Parliament is 5 years. So, that's kind of confusing. Maybe a new parliament could vote me out. I don't know. This parliament does actually have power, too, this new parliament. So, I'll take a look at it real quickly. They are no longer just a consultatory body. Consultative. They don't no longer have just a consultative role. They do vote on laws. But no motions of no confidence. So I guess that means they can't vote me out. I don't know. This is kind of confusing. So we're going to find out. We're going to play through some of this, and we're going to find out exactly how this is determined. Change in the system for elections of parliament. That's majority. Change in the length of parliament. That's 5. Like we said, power. They have power. They vote on laws, but they have no motions of no confidence, so they can't remove me as far as that goes. So that's interesting. System for elections of parliament, we said that already. That was already in that other one. Legal voting age. Change system for electing head of state. 1 turn to 2 turns. Single ballot gives victory to the person who gains the most votes on the first ballot. This usually applies to countries with strong political bipolarity. Strong political bipolarity. That's like the United States, basically. The double ballot allows small parties to have a greater influence and encourage alliance forming between the 2 rounds of voting. Oh, interesting. Now I see the value in that. That makes sense. Okay. I'll look at that. What else did I want to look at? Term limits is unlimited. Okay, that's what I want to make sure. That means I can keep getting reelected and reelected. Alright, so at least I have that. So I know that's secured. So I guess I'm just going to wait it out and see exactly what happens. Responding to a couple people who commented in the last couple days since I published the last video. I was looking for particular goals to do now that I've already sort of made it a democratic country. I wouldn't say necessarily this is a free country, but it is a democratic country. And I guess with the borders, it's open according to the game and how that was set up. Doesn't seem like, you know, North Korea is really set up that way, but in the game, that's how it's set up at least. So responding to the comments, Xavier Curtis actually listed a couple goals. Fix the economy, kind of broad there. How do you want me to fix the economy exactly? If we take a look at the economy, we have $31 billion GDP. Growth is at 8.9%, which is pretty good. Unemployment's still high, so I got to bring that down. I could probably I'd like to keep an average growth of like 10%. 10% is pretty good. That's like a really powerful economy without crazy inflation. And inflation is at 3.3, which is okay for now, but I want to make sure it doesn't go up any higher. So that's my economic situation. I'm going to try to, you know, I guess expand the GDP, continue to expand GDP, and lower unemployment, and make sure that inflation stays low as well. So that's basically the economic goals that I have, unless anyone has any particular specific economic goals for North Korea in this game. Uniting the peninsula, that is the second recommendation from Xavier Curtis, and that is definitely something I would like to work towards. I do have my Secret Service in North Korea at the moment. We have about 98. I'm just going to crank that up, actually. Let's crank it up to, I don't know, 1... This is where we want all our agents, probably. 150. Sure. Yeah, 150 is good. 150 agents in South Korea. 67% of our agents are in South Korea, and they're doing the objective of political spying. So if there are any scandals or anything, we will find them. I don't think there are actually any scandals for North Korea though, or South Korea. If you look here on the Guidance Spy, terrorist organization at war with, none. Country at war, none. Responsibility conflict. I think they would tell you here if there was any type of situation here. No scandals for the leader, Conservative Rightist Party, which is really opposed to ours. Strategic alignment is very bad, but we do not have anything to bring to the United Nations to try to get a war. I probably could blitz them pretty quickly and grab Seoul if I have. One thing I do have to watch out for, though, is the United States. The United States has bases. They have an air base right there, and I think they have an army base too. So, yeah, it's gonna be tough to go to war with South Korea, but we'll see. I do want. Let's see. I did want to look at comparisons real quick as far as security goes. Let's see here. Soldiers. Let's see. South Korea. Their army is like twice the size of our army, which is kind of ridiculous, but I think we might have a large number of reserves, actually. Let's check that out real quick. That doesn't account for our... Yes, it does. It does. Oh, no, it doesn't count for 600,000 reserves that we have, but I don't know how many reserves they have. Tanks and armored cars, we're 6th in the world with 6,000. Wow, that's a pretty big number. South Korea is 18th. We've got almost 3 times, definitely twice as many, almost 3 times as many tanks as South Korea, so that's pretty good. Missile launchers, we're 5th with 513. They are, South Korea, there they are, 18th again with 254, so we're double the number of missile launchers for sure there. Helicopters, we are 6th again, we're really up there, 312 versus their 140, so again we double them in helicopters. So equipment looks like we have like twice as much. They may have twice as many soldiers, but we definitely seem to have twice as many equipment. Commandos we're low on. We don't have that. That often seems to be the case if countries have like large numbers of equipment and army, or a large number of equipment, they have low numbers of commandos sometimes. I think that's sometimes the case. That's the case. South Korea has more commandos than us. They got us beat there. I don't really use commandos that much though. Let's see. Fighter planes, that's another big one. Ooh, 692, 6th in the world there. Versus South Korea's 9th. Ooh, they got a lot of fighter planes. So we might want to buy, maybe we'll buy some more fighter planes from like China or the Soviet Union or something like that. That is an option. What else did I want to look at? Drones. I don't think anyone has any drones. We got 6. We got 6 drones. And they got 20. Ooh, they got us on drones. Better technology. They might have better technology than we do. That's the other thing. Like, we may have more tanks and stuff, but they may have a higher rate or higher ranking for the equipment. Cruisers and frigates, we have 26. They have 54. They have twice as many ships as we do. That's dangerous, because they will definitely deploy them, and we'll have to deal. They're tough to. They're pretty powerful. Aircraft carriers, I don't think no one has any aircraft carriers. No aircraft carriers in that fight. The United States has a bunch if they end up getting involved. And then, let's see, submarines. I don't really need the 120, 26. We're 4th in the world in submarines. So maybe our submarines can counter. They only have 9. Maybe our submarines can counter their cruisers. That could be an approach. One area we definitely have a big advantage with them is going to be this last category, nuclear warheads. That's nuclear submarines. I wanted nuclear warheads. Where is that? Go back. Nuclear warheads. Let's see here. We've got 10, and they have none. But the United States has a lot. Russia's got a lot. But once you use them, I don't know what that's gonna. I don't know what the political implications are gonna be after using them. You know, the rest of the world might pretty much hate me. And I don't necessarily want to use it on a city. I've never actually used a nuclear weapon before. I'd rather use it in like a concentration of bases. I don't know what the blast radius is on these nuclear weapons either. So, if anyone knows anything about nuclear weapons, one thing maybe I could do is sabotage their nuclear plant. And I might want to lead. Maybe I could also try to start an insurrection. That's another option. And if like a civil war breaks out, maybe I can take a side or something like that. I don't know. They definitely seem to have much more infrastructure than we do, as far as high-speed rails. Let's see here. International airport, oil terminal, ports. They're looking pretty good with infrastructure. Military bases, they've got a lot. Yeah, we got work to do there. Alright, so that's the comparison between the two. Population is twice the size of ours. GDP blows us away. 1.4 trillion. Forget about that. So we got a lot of ground to cover before we actually go to war with South Korea. But you know, there's actions that could be taken there. There's options. Maybe we'll see. The next goal that was recommended, again from Xavier Curtis, is to strengthen ties with others. I think we're definitely going to try to do that with Japan and hopefully the United States, if I can improve relations with them through trade deals, reduce the possibility of a conflict breaking out, and give the people complete freedom. That is kind of a big one. I mean, how am I going to do complete freedom? I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Complete freedom of expression, if I try that, you know, I'm going to get booted out of office. Privatization for TV channels, mixed public. One thing I might start doing is privatizing things. That's definitely something that I might go ahead and do. Talking to Elfians, my friend from Latvia, we're talking about privatizing things and looking at this new indicator that I'm starting to become familiar with, the productivity index. Apparently with the productivity index, if it is at 1, then you have just the right amount of people employed. And being that I am a communist country and everything is pretty much nationalized, I control the labor force. I can adjust the total labor force in each industry field. So in areas that are below 1, and this is really below 1, apparently I have too many people working there as far as productivity goes, and less people can do the job more efficiently. I don't want to necessarily lay anyone off at this time, though, because with the elections coming, so I'm going to try to avoid that. But there are certain areas, a few areas, where I have productivity index of over 1, which means that I can employ more people there. So we're going to try to go into those. I don't really have much in industry, actually. It's all pretty much in agriculture. You saw those industry numbers before. The agricultural productivity index is actually its total is over 1, and the area where it really seems to be high is in wood, in the lumber industry. So it looks like we can almost double the workforce, or even maybe triple the workforce in lumber, if I'm reading that correctly. Let me know if I am or if I'm not. I might test this out. There's other areas. Let's see. Cereal also has a increase in productivity. I can probably double that. There was one that was kind of smaller though. Potatoes. Well, they got a lot. And then maize is the other one. Those are really the only 4 sectors where we have a... Oh yeah, there we go. So I might just increase this workforce a little bit to see exactly what happens. It looks like I can increase that by like at least 10-20%. So if we go to the total workforce, 10% would be 8,000. I guess I can just crank it up 10,000, right? I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but we'll find out, I guess. So that will cost us $4 million. That's fine. We have a pretty decent surplus, and that's about 10,000 new workers in the maize industry. And we'll find out what the impact of that is pretty soon, I guess. Let's take a look at the budget again. Budget surplus is 370 million. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can work with that productivity index a little bit. The other thing that we were talking about was to privatize some of these areas, and I think maybe some of these areas that have low productivities I'm going to start to privatize so the companies and the businesses can work that stuff out, and I don't have to be the one to blame for laying people off, hopefully. So let's go ahead and fire this one off. I think I need to make a trade deal, probably.
One of my men succeeded in infiltrating key center.
Citizens Republican Movement? What is that? So, also, yeah, when we ended up with the free elections, a new political party showed up here. And it is the Citizens Republican Movement. I guess I don't need to infiltrate them anymore, because the goal really was to make them a political party, and they now are a political party. Regulate funding of political parties, mixed and limited funding, mixed and unlimited funding. I probably want to do mixed and unlimited, but let's see what the polling is on that. Nope, we're not going to do that. Definitely not going to do that. Okay. So my current budget is $18 million for communication and polling. I probably should do a poll, right? Just to see if or how people are planning on voting in the next election. And I can't seem to remember where polling was. Under head of state. This might be it. Communication. Order national census poll. Alright. $300,000 for the poll. That seems to be fine. Basic voting poll intentions. Opinion poll of interest groups and associations. Detailed opinion poll of groups and associations. Fire that one off. Order that poll, and we'll see what happens there. The other thing is, I think I wanted to make a wood deal with with Japan. But how's my inflation? That's one thing I'm worried about. I'm gonna wait a little bit to see what happens with inflation and GDP growth before I decide to go ahead and cut a deal with anybody. Okay, speed this up. Whoa, there we go. Get to release the week. Ooh, voting poll survey completed. Here we go. Did that week reset? I can't tell. I didn't see it stop. Looks like it's resetting now on Saturday. Okay. So it's late to see how the week resets and what the impact is, and then we'll check out the polling survey. I think that's going to be it for this episode, probably. So I think we're almost at 20 minutes. Government waste. Japan. Approach political party reformist communist group. Yes, let's do that. That would be nice if I can intervene in Japan. I should give them some cash. Okay, we're at Sunday. What happened, actually? Let's see what happened here. Inflation did go up about 0.5%. Unemployment is going down. Growth seems to be slowly going up. So, not bad. I'm going to wait before I make a move with Japan. I might just meet with that communist reform group. Public finances. Uh-oh, what's going on? Riots in Pyongyang. Oh my god. What happened? Crowds Crowd movements in Pyongyang.
To our sources, it seems that certain uncontrollable individuals have clashed with law enforcement on the city streets.
Really? Why is that? Uprising in Pyongyang. What is this about? This is just the general people? Can I get a popularity of protest movement? 86%. Really? Let's try to appear on television. Wait, can I go into details? It's our police force. They have hooligans and protesters. Hooligans are tougher than protesters. Hooligans have bats. We got elections. A lot of things popping up here.
Your television appearance does not seem to have...
Indecisive television appearance. Demonstrator fighters start to flee.
The rebels have stopped fighting.
That's a good sign. Throw some tear gas in there. Let's get some police reinforcements. Alright, they're moving. If I can avoid sending in troops, that might be good. But I'm not sure if I can avoid sending in troops, because this seems to be pretty hostile. Tear gas. Knock them out. Arrest them. There we go. Arrest him while he's blindsided. Come and get it. Wow, that tear gas like held them off a little bit. But nothing's stopping them now. Oh, that guy got knocked out. Looks like the army might need to intervene, maybe?
The situation is not in our favor.
Alright, intervene.
The situation is clogging dangerous.
Let's go for it. That's gonna hurt our popularity a little bit. But it will end this much quicker. Whoa, grenades. We don't want that. What is that? Sniper fire. Alright, hopefully the army intervention will fix that thing. And I've definitely gone over 20 minutes here. So I'm going to put a cut in the episode here. Thank you for watching. Please like the video if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also feel free to support me on fan funding or Patreon if you have the means, and feel free to comment below and let me know what you guys think, especially if you want any new particular goals in this series, anything specific you want me to do. I think who's it? Seamus Finnegan wanted me to raise the minimum wage, which actually seems... Actually, I'll talk about that in the next episode. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.